My interns are beginning to graduate from their schools and beginning to realize that life requires us to think about money. How do we get out of the philosophy of what we have been taught when it comes to money being evil, business people being evil, the world outside of immediate love and satisfaction being an unexplored territory? My name's Tarav. I make videos about business, emotional intelligence, spirituality, and leadership daily in order to inspire the next generation to take the appropriate actions to get to where they want in life. So the biggest thing that I would say is if you're a young graduate and you're trying to get out into the world and immediately make some money, even on the weekends, if you're trying to make money on breaks, on your off time, whatever it is, contacts equal contracts. So the entire point of the internship is to create a large enough network to where when you start to accrue that skill set, that you can potentially get paid for all of the value that you're adding. Now, a lot of people are going to go into situations where they work at a small business and the small business owner does not necessarily have the business acumen to realize how they can utilize a really brilliant, inquisitive, inventive young mind. So the job of every person when we get out into the workforce is to figure out what it is that our bosses really need. The basic component of getting paid comes down to the difficulty of problems that you solve is the amount that you are worth. So if a business owner doesn't necessarily have the staff to make sure that they're maximizing the pay that comes in, that is a point that we can go in as young professionals in the Taravify network that have learned everything that I have told them to make sure that we set up our Indeed pages correctly for our bosses, that we set up the websites correctly, the SEO, the actual HR operations, which questions to ask during interviews. Setting that entire process up is a phenomenal boon for businesses because they are organic systems in which turnover is a necessity for health, but also for progress. The other thing is business owners are looking for leads. In the business world, a lead is someone that will come to your business and give you money for the services that you offer. So accumulating a way, aka a marketing strategy that actually creates more leads for a business is also a very valuable thing that a young graduate can do for any company, become valuable for them, and then get paid. The other thing on top of that is obviously just being a person in the organization that can hopefully inspire and actually hold other people accountable. And that just boils down to basic leadership skills. Again, something that I teach every single one of my interns daily. Something that is going to be more and more valuable as we grow as a society because technology is making intelligence available to us. Raw intelligence is basically free at this point. And so all of those people in life that are like, oh, I get straight A's and I know all of these facts and I know all of these little details, that is going to be only so valuable as we move forward as a species. So what is valuable is our ability to use that raw intelligence, target it in a direction that we need to make the things, our goals, essentially, easier to get to. And actually, we're able to get to those goals years faster than a lot of people have had to do that are actually the same business owners that these young interns or young professionals are going to be doing work for. So it would behoove us also to learn about technology, how to leverage ChatGPT. And one of the biggest things that I'll tell you guys is if you are looking to do this, if you are looking to get that extra income for your family, for yourself, for your life to get started, it would behoove you to learn the skills of leadership. Basics are consistency, right? Making sure that we show up every single day early, if not making sure that we're on time, right? Making sure that we have the execution, meaning that if we set a goal for ourselves, that we accomplish it in a time frame that makes sense, the ability to network and inspire, which really just comes down to tact. Tact is how someone wants to be treated, what their background and interests are, and for us to leverage that information and make the very most out of it by giving those people inside of the organization or inside of our life ways to accomplish those goals and to become the type of people that they want to become. Communication skills are learned through reading, writing, and constantly speaking. So if you're not reading a book and you're looking to go and get a job and get paid more than you ever have, chances are you're not building up the right part of your mind. Every book that we read is a soldier in our army, and the quality of book will determine the quality of soldier. So if we're prone to reading fantasy books, if we're prone to reading books that are just about pure enjoyment, chances are we're not gaining the value that we need to actually be useful to a business. Instead, picking up books like Rich Dad, Poor Dad, picking up books like The Magic of Thinking Big, 9-Figure Mindset, all of these books make you think about things in a much more structured way and also incorporate the importance of value and power in society. Furthermore, kitting out our Instagram, our TikTok, our Facebook to follow those people that are business individuals that are giving away great advice, like Alex Hormozi, like Grant Cardone, like Gary V, like Cody Sanchez, like Layla Hormozi, like all of these people that are talking about value in society, Jim Rohn, Mr. John Maxwell. Following those people and setting up an environment subconsciously for us to be thinking about value will make it so that when we go into these situations that we're constantly thinking about ways of how we can utilize our mind to make the very most of our situation and to present the most amount of value to the people that are hiring us. A basic component of getting paid comes down to solve problems that rich people have. This goes back again to the quality of problems, the difficulty of problems that we solve is the amount that we are valuable. Rich people, when I say that, I say a company that is grossing more than $2 million a year, you're looking at someone that really understands certain things about their business, understands lead flow, and actually has a system in place that can accumulate wealth. It's just a matter of then maximizing it. Those people have more difficult problems than others that don't even have that amount of money because they've already done all of that other work that those other people have not done. If you are working at McDonald's every day and you're going home and watching Netflix, your problems are going to be a whole different variety than someone that goes and actually works in a business, functions as a leader, and is constantly looking forward, and then goes home and works on personal development and has meetings and has books to read, right? So when I say solve the problems of rich people, I really mean solve the problems of people that are incredibly valuable in society, and the money will come to you. The beautiful philosophy behind all of this is if you lose everything in your life, if you lose all of your possessions, if you lose all of the income that you have in your bank account, the economy in capitalism, if structured properly, which to some degree it really is in America, will pay you what you are worth. And that comes down to the ideas that we have in our heads and the things that we're dealing with constantly. So I say to you, it's not that far away. You know, if something drastic has happened in your family, if the fire is really picking up in this new year as things are rolling around, there are ways to go and get more money into your system while still being a service-minded leader. In fact, service is not at all disconnected from business, right? Businesses can be service-based businesses. If you're in healthcare, you're a service-based business. If you're doing roofing or any amount of landscaping, you're a service-based business. And so a lot of people are like, well, I don't want to give up my volunteering time. A lot of people in my network, because they're kind, compassionate leaders, say I don't want to give up my volunteering time and genuinely helping people to be running after money. And to that I say, well, here's the thing. All of the organizations that you're volunteering at They need funds in order to do the things that they're doing. Nonprofits get their funds from people that have done the work to capitalize on their business goals for years and years. That's why they get these grants for $1 million, $2 million, $3 million. That's why they get promised all this money, because they're solving the problems of rich people, which are, I want to serve more individuals, and this nonprofit is doing it in a structured way. Let me give them a portion of my income to satisfy that service goal in my life. So it's food for thought, guys. At the end of the day, it's not that far away. It's just really one conversation, one useful tactic, one strategy away, and just connecting with the correct people that are in your corner will give you a lot of those opportunities right off the bat. So you got this. If you need help figuring out how to become more valuable in society and how to actually make the very most out of the skill sets that you've learned, reach out. Actualize your potential catalyst. This world needs you. Take care of yourself. Drop me a comment and a like below. Subscribe. I'll be making a lot more of these videos as I learn more and more about my life and how I can help every single person watching these videos get to a point where they are making what they deserve and are serving the amount of people that they believe they're capable of. Take care of yourself.